It's easy to talk about how giants existed and how ancient mankind created myths around alleged beings of incredible proportions. But apparently, not everything is pure myth. In this article, we take a look at fascinating massive footprints that according to many prove ancient giants did exist. Interestingly, in nearly all ancient writings we find that in the distant past, giants walked among ordinary humans. If we look at ancient writings from South America, North America, Europe, and Asia, we will find that ancient cultures mentioned giants in their ancient writings. However, some ancient texts not only mention giants but suggest they were real. Okay, so, if giants did exist, then show me the evidence. Well, the evidence may well be all around us. It doesn't matter where we look, Asia, North America, Africa, we will see that there are footprints embedded into the rock which are indicative of supersized beings. We can find stories in many mythologies of the ancient world, Greek, Norse, Germanic, Indian, Indo-European, and also in the New World as in the traditions of the Mayans, Aztecs and Incas, but most importantly in almost all major sacred books of antiquity, the Liber Gabale, the Hindu Ramayana and even in the Bible. However, in addition to the massive footprints found around the globe, there is written evidence which also suggests these beings were real. A 2,000-year-old book called the Book of Giants is what many are referring to as the ultimate proof of the existence of giants. Over 50 years ago, scholars came across this fascinating book which details the Nephilim and how these beings were destroyed. Please note that the word Nephilim is still not fully understood. Throughout the years, scholars have proposed some etymologies, among them, they're fallen, apostates, and even those that cause others to fall. But regardless of their name and the meaning, the enigmatic Nephilim have long been considered the giant beings that inhabited our planet in the distant past. The Book of Giants was found nearly half a century ago in the Qumran caves where experts recovered thousands of ancient scrolls that offer invaluable details of mankind's past. Giants are also mentioned in the Bible. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. Genesis 6-4. So in addition to footprints, we have ancient texts that speak of giants and how these beings existed on earth. But not everyone is convinced that these ancient texts are proof of giants. As a matter of fact, many believe that these are just myths created by our ancients. But if giants are just a myth, how come we have massive footprints in different parts of the world? Recently, photographers exploring an area near a Chinese village came across a sensational finding. They discovered, and photographed, a footprint left behind by a massive being. In the image you can clearly see the footprint embedded into rock. Compared to an ordinary foot of a human being, the footprint embedded into rock is at least twice as big. Furthermore, in South Africa near the Swaziland border in the Mpumalanga province, another massive footprint was found embedded into rock. There a massive 1.2-meter-long footprint stands firmly embedded into granite. Locals call it Goliath's footprint or the footprint of God. It's big. Really big. Locals consider the region where the footprint is located as a place of love, peace, and healing, and that the Mpuluzai footprint is there to serve the power of good. How the gigantic footprint was imprinted into granite is another mystery. Local shamans tell the story that this particular footprint was left by a being which was running across the ground covered with warm lava ash, and that this is how the footprint came to be imprinted in granite. The proof is overwhelming. The Smithsonian Museum was recently forced to admit it destroyed thousands of giant bones in a U.S. Supreme Court ruling. But the mainstream media will not cover this kind of explosive news that would put the evolution theory at risk. In fact, there are stories of a recently killed giant in Kandahar 2002 by United States Special Forces with eyewitness accounts and a leaked video. But of course the official government line was, It did not happen. The establishment does not want you to ask questions or think possibly the Bible was right about giants and creation. The Book of Giants is the most descriptive story about the giants that walked the earth, though found in fragments and not complete. A link to the Book of Giants will be in the description box. Also a link for if you are interested in the giant killed in Kandahar.